All right, here we go with the third video. So we're looking for x, not a right triangle. So it's going to be the law of sines or law of cosines. We have no angle and side opposite, so it's going to be law of cosines. 46 degrees what we have. Across from it is x. So x squared equals the other two sides. So 6 squared plus 4.5 squared minus 2, and those same two sides. And then the cosine of the angle, 46. You can actually just type that whole thing in the calculator. And I'm going to do that and get a number. So 6 squared plus 4.5 squared minus 2 parentheses 4.5 parentheses 6 cosine 46. And I get 18.73. Now that is not x. That's x squared. Don't round this. I'm just writing it for your sake to see what's going on. 738, blah, 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 blah. In the calculator, hit second x squared and then hit second negative, and you'll take that previous answer, plug it in, and you should get 4.32. So 4.3 for x. All right, 20 is also a non-right triangle, so we're going to use law of sines or law of cosines. This one, I have a side and an angle that we know, so I can use law of sines. So 10 over the sine of 112. All I can find here is angle B, so 7 and sine of B. I know we're not looking for B, but we have to find it to get our A. So it's 10 sine B equals 7 sine 112 divided by 10. I get the sine of B equals this whole thing here. So 7 sine 112 divided by 10. Now it's second sine of that answer, and you get 40.46, so 40 degrees for B. All right, so if B is 40 degrees, I can find angle A by doing 180 minus 40 minus 112. I get 28 for A, angle A. And now I can do the law of sines again to find A. So sine of 28 over A equals the sine of 112 over 10. 10 sine 28 equals A, equals, let me erase that and make that look a little nicer, equals A sine 112. Divide by the sine of 112. So I'm going to do 10 sine 28 divided by the sine of 112. I get 5.06 or 5.1. Right? 21 and 22, and then we're going to hit word problems. So 21 is probably one of the trickier right triangle problems that we have. W is not bad. We can find W pretty easily. Tangent of 56 equals 10 over W. By the way, I'm going faster here because I've covered all this in the previous videos. If you're like, what is going on right now? Go back to a previous video and watch the problems where the variable's in the denominator, like it is here, okay? So 10 divided by tangent of 56 is 14.8. That doesn't seem right. Oh, I forgot to hit divide, that's why. Now, this is where I'll talk about this real quick. I said that doesn't seem right. I know that W's got to be smaller than 10. Not because it looks like it, but because the other opposite angle here, the angle in this triangle, is less than 56. So W has to be less than 10. We've talked about that in class before. But what I did is I hit 10 tan 56. I forgot to hit divide. There we go, 6.7. Now, X is going to be a little trickier because that other triangle is not a right triangle, so I can't use right triangle trig. I could try to maybe use law of sines. I wouldn't recommend it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the length of this whole side here. I'm going to call that, I don't know, y. I'm going to use that. I'm going to then find y and subtract w to get x. So I'm now looking at this the whole triangle, which is still a right triangle, and I'm going to use the tangent again. So tangent of 34 equals 10 over y. So y is equal to 10 divided by the tangent of 34. This one's 14.8. That's y. But then x is, right, w plus x equals y. Well, I know w and I know y. I'm going to subtract those. So y minus w, so 14.8 minus 6.7 gives me 8.1. X is 8.1. Last one is kind of getting you going with word problems. I know there's no word problems here, but this whole idea of an angle of depression is what that 40 degrees is. It's equal to the angle of elevation, which is here. And now I can use sine of 40 equals 500 divided by x. X is equal to 500 divided by the sine of 40. And I get 777.8. We are looking for a side, so actually it's 777.9. Okay. Now we're going to move on to word problems. We can do a couple in this video, and then more on the next. So a stuntman is standing at the top of a building 120 feet tall. So building 120 feet tall. The angle of depression to the mat below is 83 degrees. So there's a mat below here. The angle of depression is 83 degrees. That's out here. It is not here. Don't put it there. Okay? How far away from the building is the mat? So the mat is actually how far away from the building. So that's talking that. This 83 is going to go here, just like on the previous problem. And now we're going to do the tangent. So the tangent of 83 equals 120 over x. So x is going to equal 120 divided by the tangent of 23. Sorry, the tangent of 83. You get 14.7. It says give all answers to the nearest whole number. So 15 feet. It's 15 feet from the base of the building. Okay. 24, search planes are looking for a raft containing 3 people that is lost at sea. The search plane sees an object in the distance that might be the raft. The angle of depression to this object is 14 degrees. The plane's altitude is 250 meters. How far is the plane from the object? So plane, life raft, right? Raft is here, plane is here. Okay. Angle of depression is 14 degrees, so that's here. The altitude is 250 meters. And we're looking for how far the plane is from the object. That's direct line, so we're talking right there. So this is 14 as well. You're going to use sine. So the sine of 14 equals 250 divided by x. So x is going to be 250 divided by the sine of 14. We're looking at 1033.3. So 1033 meters. And that's the end of this video. More word problems on the next video.